We're going to make poke bowls tonight, and poke bowls, interestingly, are a Hawaiian dish traditionally, not Japanese, but an infusion of Japanese and being brought into the Japanese restaurants and a lot of takeaway places. It's pretty easy to make. There is a lot of preparation, a lot of chopping up and cutting up, and essentially it's a rice base. So you can see we've pre-done the rice in the microwave there. I've also done that with coconut milk, just to give it a little bit extra flavour. We've got a whole lot of things that you can see there, from cucumber to really finely sliced red onion. We've got avocado, some fresh salmon. We've got spring onions. We've got the crunch through, some harder onions, pickles. These are those little edamame beans. These are great, warmed up too. Spinach, rocket, tomato, lots of different sauces. We've got little ginger packs there as well, wasabi if that's you. You can add it off with a little bit of crunch of that fried noodles. But what I wanted to show you, probably the cooking part that I love most, so there's also a little bit of, that's a bit of the pesto. Yeah, I can remember the name of that. Pesto. But you can just mix it in, just to kind of get that flavour. But what I want to show you, Maggie and I wanted to show you, I'll just turn this on, is of course you've got the salmon there, but I want to do a little bit of chicken in this dish as well. Sorry, that's walking in front of the camera. So I've got just a bit of butter in there, and again, this is a garlic butter, a little bit of garlic. Don't be afraid of the garlic. Garlic butter and chicken, salt and pepper, and cream, and thickening at the cream. It really is a beautiful taste. But what you've got to do is use the kind of the flavour from the chicken to break that down a little bit, and it'll give you a really nutty flavoured taste. So I'm going to start that cooking. That should be warmed up a fair bit now. Just chicken strips too, if you can, little tenderloins. Take that little funny bit out. Chicken tenderloins, which really add a bit of flavour, this dish, to the poke bowl itself. There's lots of preparation involved in this. And what that allows is lots of choice. The idea is you can put in whatever you want in the poke bowl according to your taste. One thing that you'll notice, I'll get you to pan around there again, is, while I'm putting a bit of salt in there, there's something missing. Now, who can work out what's missing? I won't tell you straight away, but what I will tell you whilst that's heating up, these are little roasted seaweeds. You can get these in a couple of flavours. There's a standard flavour there, but there's also a wasabi flavour there. Really nice. It's got a nice bite to wrap up that poke bowl as well. So just bring it over here, just seeing what this looks like. Lots of pepper, lots of garlic, lots of butter rather than oil. So I'd use butter rather than oil. Gives that kind of nuttier flavour. A little bit more salt there, and letting that cook through. And once that's cooked, we'll add the cream and let that cream kind of break down a little bit and just soak up all that garlic and butter and salt and pepper, which is a beautiful little dish. Oh, what's that on my knee? What this is also great with, you can do this as a separate dish, just with cream and rice and some green, maybe it's a zucchini or a broccoli or something. It's a great kind of winter dish as well. But of course, being a pretty warm night here in Melbourne, in fact we're at 37 today, this is a great dish to kind of break away that heat of the day. So let us keep going with this and we'll come back to you shortly. Okay, so just making sure that chicken is cooked right through. So it's still a little bit to go there before I actually add the cream. Now you can use a light cream, you can use a full thickened cream, whatever it is, whatever your flavour tastes are. I would rather use that than a coconut cream. That just bring a different flavour. So I'd use a thickened cooking cream for this, picking up that garlic as well. Making sure you don't get any of the chicken on your Hawaiian top as well, because this is a poke bowl dish as well. We'll talk about that. So that's just about done. So what I'll do is, and don't be shy with the cream. It's always great to pour this over the rice once you've done. So you can see that picking up the butter already, and it'll start to go a little browny colour, mainly from the burnt garlic or the brown garlic, but also from that pepper that you've got in, and just letting that simmer. Okay, and that can simmer for a while. Really picking up. It's a great flavour, this. Another one you could do is maybe a tahini sauce. which is a slightly different sesame seed sauce, which gives it a different flavour, of course. There's a couple of different sauces that you could put on there. We've got lots of different mayonnaises there. There's sriracha mayonnaise, there's a wasabi, there's a standard mayonnaise. We've also got a lemon mayonnaise, whatever your flavour is. And there's also a couple of other things. There's a soy and a roasted sesame as well. So lots of different flavours there that you might like to add to your dish, depending on your flavour and taste. Okay, so just coming back to this, you can see it's starting to boil a little bit on the side. That's exactly what we want. Really breaking that down and waiting for it to change that sort of goldeny colour. That's when you know it's just about ready and we can turn it off. And that's still helping to cook the little chicken fillets there, or the strips. Okay, so we'll let that go. That'll be almost done soon, and then we'll show you how we can kind of plate it all up. Okay, this is the fun part, plating it up. So you've got the chicken there, it's been cooked in that garlic, salt, pepper, butter, creamy sauce, really nice. Just letting that sit for a little bit, because you don't need it necessarily too hot. Similarly with the rice has been pre-cooked about maybe an hour or so ago, because you don't necessarily want it too hot. This is a cool little trick. So just putting the rice just in a little small bowl, and just with one of these little spatulas, it just in terms of presentation, it comes out really nice. So there we go, as simple as that, right? And then it's just a case of just being decorative. Again, depending on your taste, what you like, some cucumber, you might like a little bit of coriander on top, and really just playing with some of this. So a little bit of that crunchy onion there. Now here we've got some sweet potato. Again, if that's you, go for it. The fun part about this is it's all about what you want. A little bit of red onion, really finely sliced too, don't overdo that red onion. Adding some other bits to it, like the pre-cut up avocado, just really bring some of that colour to it. You might even put a little squeeze of lemon on there. Of course, some of the salmon, the finely sliced salmon. Some great flavours coming with this. And some of these edamame beans, which have been pre-cooked. So these were frozen in the microwave, in the freezer, and then just in the microwave for about a minute or so, just to take the edge out of those. A couple of spring onions, might be you. A couple of those baby tomatoes, they're certainly me. Some of these finely sliced pickles. Again, just adding some great colour to that. A little bit of sliced ginger as well goes great with a number of these things, particularly that salmon there. And wasabi, I won't put wasabi on this one, but that might be you as well. I will do, people know that my love of spinach, so just a little bed of spinach there. Get that bit out. A little bit of spinach. And this beautiful chicken. So just a couple of pieces of that chicken there. You could cut this chicken up a little bit more. Poke actually stands for bite-sized piece. That's what it comes from, that Hawaiian bite-sized piece, the idea of a poke. Now that's really hot, so just be careful with that. Just to get a little bit of that creamy sauce. Look at that, just a bit of that creamy sauce on there. And topping it off with a couple of those crunchy fried noodles as well. So there's a hell of a lot of different flavours going on there, which is fantastic. A couple of those, a couple more of those, because I do enjoy those. And these are great because you can kind of use these as a serving thing to pick it up. I think we've covered just about everything. Just a little bit of pesto on the top just to top that off. And I think we're just about done, minus one of my favourites, and that being some of that sriracha mayo on top. Or, you want to go really adventurous, bring on some of the hot wasabi one as well. So there we go, poke bowl design with a bit of chicken, with a bit of that beautiful smoked salmon, some fantastic seaweed, rice as well. Enjoy the poke bowls. We do. Creative, be whatever you want to be with it, and be colourful and enjoy. Thanks for that.